YouTube, and welcome back to Mental Health Mondays. Last week I took a week off because I was not feeling it, and that's just the honest truth. I didn't want to record. I didn't record a week in the life of a pharmacy student. I didn't record a Mental Health Monday, and I just wanted to exercise my right to respect my boundaries when I needed them. And so I did that. I didn't go to therapy last week, but I went to therapy the week before that. So that's what I'm going to be talking about in this week's video. So what happened? I went to see Julie, and we worked on boundaries. So she said that people that were abused as a child, we tend to we're on one end of the spectrum or another. So with me, I have unlimited boundaries where I continuously allow people to mistreat me. And the reason why I do that is because that's my norm. And not even just mistreat me in a, like, I mean, I know that sounds bad. Like, I mean, mistreating is mistreating you. But like, just say for instance, I don't feel like talking on the phone, but if somebody keeps calling me, I'm going to keep picking up the phone. No matter if I'm super busy, no matter if I am not in a mental space, or if I'm feeling terrible, I'm going to answer the phone to make sure that you're okay, and put myself on the back burner. So we have unlimited times basically that you can just like mistreat me, which is terrible. And when I look back over certain relationships in my life, and not just you know, like relationships with men, but relationships with just like my coworkers, supervisors, or anybody, people can really, I hate to say it, but people can, it takes a lot for me to just really just say like no. And really that's kind of hard also. So I'm going off on a tangent all over the place. My brain is going everywhere. So I have a really I don't really tolerate a lot of people, but if you do get close to me, you can pretty much get away with a lot, and that's not healthy. So I'm working on that, because people that I really care about, or people that I do let in my circle, they have the potential to do whatever, and I don't have any boundaries. I just allow them continuously to just, and they probably aren't intentionally doing it, but I don't set any boundaries for myself. I just continuously allow somebody to, you know, wear me out, or make me uncomfortable, or really just do whatever without me saying anything. And also, she told me that I don't have the ability to say no, and I believe that to be very true, because I will overextend myself a lot. Like, I will just keep volunteering, keep doing stuff, and I see that in my my life as like in pharmacy school. And I think I've told y'all this before. Like, I channel my hurt or like my problems into my work ethic or my work. So I will get involved in a whole bunch of activities. I will just continuously just dive myself into work so I can be busy, so I can kind of distract myself. So she's working on boundaries with me, and that's what we were doing this week. And so I just told myself that I wasn't really feeling well last week. Like, I was overwhelmed. I had a lot going on, and I just didn't feel like recording. I didn't feel like bringing the camera along with me, but I really, really, really wanted to share my week with you guys. But I said, Dorothea, this would be a great time for you to exercise your boundaries and just be like, hey, you don't feel it this week. You're not doing so well, so don't do it. So that's what I did. I said no. I didn't pick up the camera once last week. I just was by myself. And I think the last mental health video, I talked to y'all about medication. And so I told you guys that I wanted to get off medicine. I wanted to do it on my own and blah, blah, blah. Well, y'all, it's not beneficial for me. I have to, I have resorted. I have got back on medication. I think I told y'all I was on Lexapro, and that had me feeling overwhelmingly depressed, and I had to get off of that. And they prescribed me Zoloft, and I was like too scared to take it because the Lexapro had me, it had me like off my game a lot. So I was just like, I'm scared. I'm not really gonna risk it. So I talked to one of my professors, and she told me to try, I'm being really open with y'all, but she told me to try B-Spar. And so I'm on Buspirone. I've been on it for a few days now, and I kind of feel good. Like, they have me on 5 milligram. I think when I go back to talk to her that I think I'm going to need more, because I don't think that's strong enough. But I really just need something to help me get through school, because not my outside life really that's causing a lot of anxiety. It's like it's school. Like, school is so stressful. It's so stressful that my mom like asked me, Dorothea, I think you should probably just get out of school right now and just take a break till life gets better for you. And I'm like, girl, I'm in quarter 7, so I graduate next June, and I'm not about to take a break. If I come back next year, it's gonna be just as stressful. But y'all, my anxiety was horrible last week. I called her like my mom came to visit me last Sunday, and on Monday morning I called her, y'all, and I had like a mental breakdown. Like, I was crying. I got to school late. I was crying when I got in class. It was terrible. So I was like, you know what, this isn't it. So I went to go see my doctor, and I just told her what was going on. And instead of allowing her to recommend me something, I came with my recommendations, and she agreed with me, and so it kind of worked out. But other than that, I've been doing okay. I just wanted to let y'all know, update. I did say I wanted to get off medication. It didn't work like that. And then also, for people that are watching this video that don't really have a background in medication or anti-anxiety meds, you should not abruptly stop taking them. But if you feel overwhelmingly depressed, you feel, or you have any suicidal ideations, I do recommend that you consult your doctor immediately, and I do recommend that you stop taking them. That's just my little 2 cents on that. But you should not stop taking them abruptly if you've been on them for a very long time. So don't haul off and be like, oh yeah, Dorothea just stopped taking her meds. Don't do what I did. It just what worked best for me. Anyways, moving right along. So I kind of want to tell y'all some little things that I have that's been working for me. I have CBD oil, and that works really good for me. I wish I had the little container that I get, but I don't have it with me. But when I do get somewhere, I'll show y'all. But CBD oil, and I smoke it through a vape pen. It's charging right now. Of course, y'all know me. I don't have anything prepared, but this is my vape pen, and it has this little contraption that you like hook up to it or whatever. Ooh, and then like you can smoke it. And so that works good for me. I want to try the gummies. I do believe that this is a great alternative to, I don't want to say alternative because it's not an alternative for me. I need it along with my anti-anxiety meds. So I use that. And then in Georgia, I don't know, I think you can get some CBD products like at your local pharmacy, because we sell them at my pharmacy. Like, some guy came in asking for like a bath bomb or something like that. So I don't know how those work, but the vape pen works really good for me. I think I showed y'all for Valentine's Day, my friend LaQuincy got me this little jar of Calm, and it has these little positive things that you can read to yourself. Let's see what this one says today. Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. And that's the truth, okay? No need to elaborate on that. When we let go of all expectation, there is peace. If I could do that, that would probably prove to be great to me. So, and I have some really great people in my life right now, y'all. Everybody that I allow in my space, I'm real selective right now, because it's very important for me to protect my peace at all costs. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb a lot. I talk to who I want to talk to when I want to talk to them, and I just have to be selfish right now. But I am there for my friends when I can be, but for the most part, I am very selective on who I talk to and when I talk to them. And then people make it they make it a point to tell me positive things. They affirm me in the things that I have been sharing with you guys that I don't feel like I'm strong in right now. So many people have, like, well, my dad, he always tells me I'm enough, you know, you're more than enough. My mom, you're enough, like, you know, because that's my struggle right now. So, but I'm starting to kind of believe, like, dang, Dorothea, like, you're kind of dope. Like, you're kind of a good person. So it kind of feels good. And I got these cards. They were a surprise to me, and that it was really sweet. So it has like these again, like my little jar of calm, it says, you are so loved. Let me see. You've got this. I'm so proud of you. Just like little things like these go a long way, y'all. Even though I know it's just like little cards, but I'm telling you, just little positive affirmations and reminders really, they really help a lot. So I really am thankful for the people that God has placed in my life right now, and how much they care about me, and how much they're going overboard to make sure that I feel okay. So that's great. Now into my little session. I'm prepared today, so I don't have to draw while I'm on here. But this was my lesson. Don't judge my little stick figure or anything. I tried to draw her some little hair. But boundaries. So, and Julie told me to think about, you have an external boundary, and then you have like your, once people get past this, they can get into your internal boundary. So this is what she says I have a problem with. So she asked me, she's like, what's something you don't like to eat? And I was like, bananas. And she was like, well, why don't you eat bananas? And I said, because I don't like them. You know, it's a texture thing for me. She was like, but they're good for you, so why don't you eat them? I was like, because I don't like them, because it's a texture thing for me, I don't eat them. She's like, exactly. So you should be able to apply that to your real life. She's like, so if people are having a conversation with you and it makes you uncomfortable, she was like, instead of you allowing someone to continue to make you in an uncomfortable space, she said, don't let them get past your external boundaries. So that was this one right here. And she was like, once you learn how to protect your boundaries, she was like, until you learn to protect your boundaries, you're always going to have a problem. You're always going to be upset. You're always going to continue to allow things and people to mistreat you. So, like for instance, people will call me and I know I'm in a bad mood, and then they will dump their problems on me. I have a really bad problem of taking on other people's problems when clearly I need to just work on my problems at this moment. So this was just an example. I love my mom to death, but sometimes she'll call me, but we've gotten better about this. Like, she'll call me and she's like, well, Dorothy, I know you're studying, but, and then she'll start telling me what's going on with her. And so my therapist, she was like, Dorothea, once you hear that but, that's when you need to stop. She was like, that's when she's crossing your external boundary and she's coming into your internal boundary, and you cannot allow her. And so Julie, we both stood up, and she was like, she stood away from me. And so she was like, I'm going to walk to you, and when I get too close, you tell me to stop. So she's walking, and I told her to stop. And she was like, okay, so this is your boundary where you do not want me to get any closer. And she was like, that's the kind of the same thing I need to apply to conversations, activities, or anything that I do not want to do. And she was like, and once you learn to prevent them from entering your external boundary, then your internal boundary will not be as hard for you to be able to stop. She was like, because sometimes they'll get past that external boundary, which is fine. She was like, but you have to take care of the inner part of you. And I can't think of what it's called, but it's like a word for it. And it's like a really good lady. I have it in my phone, but I don't want to get up and do all that right now. But anyways, this week was really big on boundaries, and I'm really big on protecting my peace. But with that, I do have a lot of leniency, and I allow people to kind of push me past my limits, or and then it kind of just throws me off my game, and I really don't have time for that right now. So that's why I was very selective about what I did last week, what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do, and also again about who I talked to and who I didn't talk to. So it wasn't really that much. It was just me really being intentional about doing things that I wanted to do and things I didn't want to do. So with my mom, she called me when I was studying, and so she was like, I know you're studying, but, and I was like, Mom, I really can't do this right now, so I'm just gonna have to call you later. And so she respected it, and it went over a lot better than I thought it would. And even like with work, my boss asked me could I work, and I was like, for my Air Force job. And so I was like, I said yes to one, but that's because I was able to. But any other outside of that, like, I just said no. So I did a good job. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect because it doesn't happen overnight or whatever, but when I do need to take some time off, I'm gonna do just that. So that's our lesson for this week. I really hope that you, or whoever is watching this video, that you also work on protecting your peace and your boundaries. And sometimes you just got to do what's best for you, because really people are going to do what's best for them, and they are going to protect themselves at all costs. So you should do the same. Another thing that I've been using is my diffuser. My dad bought me a diffuser, and so I looked up like little concoctions on Pinterest. And so my new one that I liked while I was studying is sweet orange and lemon. And he got these from, I think these are Walmart brand, Better Homes and Gardens. What do you call it? Essential oil. So I think you guys should try those. Sweet orange and lemon is my new one, and it smells really good. But yeah, I don't have really that much this week. I just worked on my boundaries. I got on some more medication. I have to increase my dose. So Buspar is going to be like my long-term anti-anxiety treatment, but for immediate relief, I really didn't want to get on Xanax. I didn't want to get on anything that was like super addictive. So I got Vistaril. And so Vistaril is really like for allergies, but the off-label is anti-anxiety, has anti-anxiety properties. And so it really behaves like a Benadryl. So if you get sleepy when you're on Benadryl, you're likely to be sleepy on this medicine also. But I haven't tried it because I really haven't needed it. I take my Buspar about 3 times a day, and I have definitely taken it about 3 times a day. So that's why I feel like I need to go get an increase. But for anybody that's looking, because I really need help. So I really need help in finding like what works best for me. So I told you guys, I was on Celexa before. That worked for a little bit. Then I got off of that. I was on Lexapro, horrible for me. Zoloft or Sertraline, I wasn't willing to try that. That may work for some people, but what's working for me right now is my Buspar, and I'll let you guys know if I need my Vistaril. But so far my Buspar has been working. I'm on 5 milligrams, but I'm gonna go increase it. And then your positive affirmations and respecting your boundaries and protecting your peace at all costs. I do go see Julie on, I go see her on Monday. Today's Saturday, so I go see her. Shoot. See, I have a research meeting, and then I have to go. This is not even important right now. Okay. Well, I love you guys, and I will update you guys again next week on my Mental Health Monday for my therapy session. But I hope this helped you guys. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I know there's people that have been writing me, and I haven't been able to get back to you as quickly as I wanted to. But that's also me trying to do the best that I can with the limited amount of time. So I will get back to you, but just write me if you need anything. And I love you guys, and have a great and blessed day. Bye.